I'm CJ Muston, and this is Truth Tuesday. You know, the Super Bowl is coming up, and it reminds me of a time back in 2006. In January of 2006, I was living in Cincinnati, and it was the first time the Cincinnati Bengals had made it to the playoffs in 15 years. The city of Cincinnati was going nuts, and so a radio station decided they were going to hide 6 footballs all over the city, and then randomly they would give out clues as to where the footballs were. So me and my friend Quentin decided we were going to find one of those footballs. If you found one of those footballs, you got to keep the football, you got $100, and then you got to be one of the 7 people in a drawing to win Super Bowl tickets. We were pumped. We knew that if we found the football, we were going to win the Super Bowl tickets, and then we would be able to sell them and make a whole bunch of money, and life would be good. It's funny how in this life we're always searching for things to make our lives better. And I have a question for you today. How do you find life? How do you find the life you're really seeking, the life that Christ meant you to have? At the end of the day, no matter what we're searching for in this life, the one thing we're really searching for is a life full of fulfillment and contentment. We strive for money because if we can have enough money, we'll be able to buy enough stuff, which means we'll be able to have the things we want, which means we'll be able to be content. We strive to fulfill our dreams and our careers because if we can reach that next level, then we'll be fulfilled in our lives. In reality, no matter what we're striving for, popularity, money, relationships, careers, what we're striving for is a life of fulfillment and contentment. And in John chapter 10, Jesus is talking about how he is the good shepherd. And he says to his followers, he's the good shepherd. He compares it to that. And he says this, he says, I have come that they may have life and have it abundantly. Jesus, as the good shepherd, wants to take care of us, his sheep. He offers us the life that we're truly seeking, a life full of fulfillment and contentment. The question is, how do we find that life in Jesus? And it's very broad terms to be able to say, yeah, Jesus offers that life, but how do we truly find that life? And I think there are 3 things that we can do to find that life. The first 2 combined is to follow his guidelines. To follow his guidelines. And really it comes down to 2 guidelines that Jesus talked about. Love God, love others. You know, if everything we were focused on was about loving God, we are going to make decisions and do things based on what God would have us do. If we're focused on loving others, we are going to treat people with kindness and point them to Christ. If we can love God and love others, we will find the life that Jesus meant for us to have. And the third thing is this. Follow God's nudgings. So often we feel these nudgings in our heart and in our life, and that's God leading us to do something, say something, quit something, move our lives a different direction. If we can follow God's nudgings, he's like the shepherd that is nudging the sheep to greener pastures. And so if we can simply, I say simply, it's much bigger than just being so simple, but if we can love God, love others, and follow his nudgings, we will find a life of contentment and fulfillment. It doesn't mean our life is going to be easy. It doesn't mean we're not going to face hardships. It doesn't mean we're not going to face hard times. Those times are going to come. Jesus said in this world, you are going to have trouble. But a life of fulfillment and contentment is a life that will handle those troubles and will find Jesus walking beside you in the midst of those. And so this week I encourage you to seek the life that Christ intends you to have. Follow his guidelines by loving him and loving others, and follow his nudgings as he guides you throughout your life. Thanks for listening.